Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here today talking Liverpool Football Club. We're here talking the club that we love. We're here talking LFC Habibis, Liverpool Football Club, the club that I miss. 1 week from now, inshallah, if happy, alive and healthy, we'll be knowing the result of the Liverpool Manchester City game, which is going to be one of the biggest fixtures in the Premier League, if not the biggest so far this season. Big up to the chat. Big up to my guy Trent Sawyer says it's not illegal to take a break. My brother, you need to understand something. This is what I do for a living. You need to understand. This is my job now. I'm a chemical engineer by trade, but I have chosen the content creation life. So taking a break can only go so far because YouTube algorithms don't allow it. Look at the big channels that take breaks. It's not really good to be taking long ass breaks like that. So yeah, we took enough of a break, habibi. Big up Total Eclipse, big up Captain Sal, Drunk Vigo, man like Tariq, man like Lutez. Oscar is in the building. Big up Oscar. Tyrell, big up to my guy Toka. Total Eclipse, big up Lutez, man like Toka as well. And I hope you, by the way, I hope you had a great exam. I know you had an exam today. Big up to my guy Will. Big up to Luke. Big up to Elias. Big up to Zaim Ya Hala. Big up to Kingsman. Big up to Tyrell. Big up to Konstantinos. Big up to you guys. Everyone, listen. Run the likes up. Big up TKA. Everyone, run the likes up right now. Subscribe to This is Football if you're yet to do so. How do you do in your exam, Toka? How do you do in your exam, Toka? Let me know. Anyway, big up chat. Big up everyone as well. I just want to say shout out to everyone who has sent in super chats. Shout out to everyone who has liked. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed during this month. You guys have been absolutely unbelievable, man. I love you all. Now, time to talk Liverpool Football Club. The club that we love, ladies and gentlemen. The club that we support. The club that we love. And we're here to talk about it. So, now, there are so many different conversations that I feel like I want to go into. But there's only one guy to start with. Big up Lars. There's only one guy I want to start with. And that's man like Luis Diaz. Lucho. Here's the thing. Luis Diaz, rightfully, has come under criticism by me. And I will admit that I've criticized him for not scoring enough goals, for not scoring, quote unquote, exactly what I said is not scoring the easy goals, not scoring the tap-ins, not scoring the headers, not being there in the position that we need them. Because based on ability, man, he can dribble, he can pass, he can create. The problem is in front of goal. I've always said what separates elite football players from the regular ones, what separates an elite winger from a regular winger or a forward or an inside forward or however the hell you want to call it, what separates them is their ability to make a quick decision in the final third. Now, with Luis Diaz, my biggest problem with Luis Diaz has actually been this exact thing that I'm speaking about right now, which is decision making in the final third, which is making a decision in the final third, which is when we get the ball in a dangerous position. Are you gonna make a quick decision, Lewis? Are you gonna score? Are you gonna assist? Are you even gonna make the right pass? Are you even gonna make the right play? And that remains for me one of the issues with Luis Diaz for Liverpool Football Club. Now, we watched him against Brazil. I'm sure you have all seen the clips, the goal that Luis Diaz scored against Brazil, the two headers that he scored. Funnily enough, two headers is actually what he scored. I want him and I need him, big up Peter. I need him and I want him to do that more off. I need him to do more of that. I need Luis Diaz to score headers for Liverpool Football Club. I need Luis Diaz to score tap-ins for Liverpool Football Club. I need Luis Diaz to get into the right positions. My biggest problem with Luis Diaz, ladies and gentlemen, is decision making. What else is going to be my biggest problem with Luis Diaz? Decision making. He gets into a dangerous position. Captain Sal, funnily enough, knows already what we say. Dribble. Sometimes it's like he beats a guy and then he waits for the guy to come back so he can beat him again. Yeah, but that's not what we're trying to accomplish. A Liverpool forward, and that's why people like Jota, that's why people like Mo Salah, that's why people liked Mane, that's why people liked Firmino. A Liverpool forward needs to be able to make quick decisions in the final third. Exactly what Captain Sal just said. Dribbles with a goal at the end. But I'm not even going to say dribbles with a goal at the end. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say dribbles with a quick decision at the end. I'm not even talking about goals. I'm not even talking about goals. I'm not even talking about assists. I'm not even talking about GA. I'm talking about how about we can make a quick decision. Now, Luis Diaz getting into a dangerous position for Colombia and scoring against Brazil is exactly what we need him to do more of. And I felt like at the start of the season, at the start of this season, he was kind of doing that. He was kind of doing that. Big up Phil. He was kind of doing that, Luis Diaz. He was getting into the dangerous positions and he was making the right decisions. But then he kind of went back to his old former self. No, I don't know why that is. Maybe it could be a confidence issue. I don't know exactly what the situation is with men like Lewis. But he just made those decisions again. This kind of wrong decisions all over the place, in my opinion. And this is why I have a problem with forwards who don't make quick decisions. Now, let me explain something to you guys, because sometimes people be taking stuff personally unnecessarily. People are mentioning it in the chat already. Luis Diaz's dad talking about the move to Barcelona. You guys need to understand something. And I've said this 100 million times. And by the way, all the Nunez sexuals in the chat, I don't know where Mike and Lauren are, but big up to them both. They're probably watching this on the replay. All the people who like Darwin Nunez, it's the same for Darwin Nunez. Do you think Darwin Nunez grew up wanting to play for Liverpool Football Club? Do you think Luis Diaz grew up wanting to play for Liverpool Football Club? Any South American player, 99% of them, their dream is to play for either Real Madrid or Barcelona. You guys need to just get over this. I'll be honest with you guys. So when Luis Diaz says, oh, my dream is for my son to play for Barcelona. Yeah, okay. And like, we all know that. I don't want any of you guys to take this personally or think like, you know, we should now all start hating Luis Diaz or we should start having some sort of feeling about it. Yeah, I understand. You want, you want his father to come out and say, thank you, Liverpool, for, for buying him and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you need to understand something. This is his dream. Just look, there's no need for us to go even that far back. Luis Suarez, Felipe Coutinho. Luis Suarez was at his best, at his prime. Barcelona came calling, and it was the quickest decision he's made in his life. Yeah, I want to leave. Of course I want to leave. You can take it a step further. You could talk about Felipe Coutinho. Felipe Coutinho was in the middle of Liverpool Football Club building something special. They were in the middle of Liverpool Football Club ascendancy. Everyone knows, everyone saw where we were in 17-18. It didn't take no smart ass to realize that Liverpool were headed in the right direction. Remember January when we were like, okay, Coutinho, but like Barca have already won La Liga. Like, it's not like they can achieve anything anyway. And I think they were knocked out the Champions League at the time as well. Like, it's not like he could achieve anything with Barcelona. But when you get the call from FC Barcelona or Real Madrid as a Argentinian or a Brazilian or a Uruguayan or a Colombian or an Ecuadorian or a Venezuelan or a Peruvian or a Bolivian, you're making that move. Guys, you need to understand something. The likes of Ronaldinho, the likes of Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, the likes of Zinedine Zidane, the likes of, like, you can keep going on and on and on with all the unbelievable elite players who played for Barcelona and Real Madrid. These are the guys they grew up watching. Guys, Luis Diaz is 26. He's 2 years younger than me. He did not grow up idolizing Dirk Kuyt on the wing. Can we all just take a step back and be honest with ourselves? Let's all be honest with ourselves for a second, because you guys know me on This Is Football. Honesty is the best policy. You think Luis Diaz grew up idolizing Dirk Kuyt? You think Luis Diaz grew up idolizing Luis Garcia? Luis Diaz grew up idolizing who? Ronaldinho Gaucho. He grew up idolizing players like that. When he was young, I bet you he wanted to be Ronaldinho. When he was young, he wanted to be Lionel Messi, maybe. You know, some of the best players who played the sport. You know, he didn't grow up wanting to be Ryan Babel. Big up Captain Sal. You guys need to understand something. If I make a La Liga all-time 11 and I compare it to a Premier League all-time 11, it's mad. Good evening, Aaron, and big up to you for the love yesterday as well. Let's all be honest. What's a La Liga all-time 11? Think about it. Casillas, Sergio Ramos, Puyol, Roberto Carlos, Dani Alves, Marcelo, Zinedine Zidane, Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, R9, Cristiano Ronaldo. They grow up eyes. Big up my guy selection. Been a while since I've seen you. Hope you're good. Now, do a Premier League one. Which one of the Premier League players gets into that team? The only argument maybe you could say is maybe John Terry next to Ramos. Maybe you could say something like that. Fair enough, But when you have Dani Alves, Marcelo, etc., people grew up idolizing La Liga players. I have zero problem with what Luis Diaz's dad said. I genuinely have zero problem with it. Like, okay, his son grew up wanting to become big up Tiny. His son grew up wanting to become a Barcelona player. Nothing wrong with that. All South American players have a dream of playing for Real Madrid and Barcelona. So let's not make a mountain out of molehill. Let's not now act like it's some crazy theory concept. Oh my God, Colombian dreams to play for Barcelona. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I'm sure he grew up wanting to play for Liverpool because he idolized their cout. Let's all be honest, you guys. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like maybe if a player grew up in Eastern Europe, if a player grew up in the European regions, if he grew up in Ireland, Scotland, England, stuff like that, of course he'd want to play for Liverpool, he'd want to play. But even then, you look at an example of Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, the reason why I shaved my head, Jude Bellingham is born in Birmingham. By the way, worst accent in the UK by far, in the whole world. In the entire world, worst accent, wallahi, Birmingham accent. If Rihanna had Birmingham accent and she was speaking to me, I'd walk past her. Absolute worst accent of the world. It's just so annoying when they talk Ramy. But anyway, point is, Jude Bellingham grew up Ramy and he's playing for Real Madrid right now. Even then, it's difficult. It's extremely difficult to have bigger pull than like a Real Madrid or a Barcelona. That's the thing. Now, but you're saying, look at Salah Hussam. That's a great point, Ali. I can play you right now a clip. Right now, I'll play you a clip from an interview Mo Salah done 10 years ago where he said his dream is to play for Barcelona. Bro, nothing wrong with that. We need to understand this is the reality, Habibis. This is just the reality. I have zero problem, absolutely zero problem with Luis Diaz's dad saying that. I have a problem with Luis Diaz himself. My problem with Luis Diaz is lack of consistency, lack of decision-making in the final third. If Luis Diaz could just make a right decision in the final third, this guy would be one of the best wingers in the entire planet. He probably is right now, just by the fact that maybe there aren't that many good wingers, to be fair, when you think about it. But if we're trying to be logical here and we're going to have real conversation, we're going to be honest. Luis Diaz gets into dangerous positions for Liverpool Football Club multiple times and fails to make the right decision consistently. He does it every now and then, maybe one game yes, one game no. But he needs to make right decision. Simple as. And the entirety of the Premier League is a feeder club to both Real Madrid and Barcelona. Just give up this concept, specifically if they're South American. So I'm not taking that personally, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's my thing on Luis Diaz. I just need him to fix up in terms of a decision making. That's what I need him to fix up. And speaking of needing to fix up, guys, there's 162 of you in here. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this lovely Saturday night. We've got a couple of content ideas planned for you, inshallah, this week. We're going to be doing a team of the season. We have Al Ahwa, we have A-listers. We've got the big preview for Liverpool, Manchester City. And I might even do an Argentina-Brazil watch-along, inshallah. So watch out for that. So there's so much coming your way. I just want to publicly say big up to everyone who's shown us the love and support, everyone who has sent in a super chat, everyone who has liked, everyone who has subscribed, everyone who has shown us so much love. You guys are absolutely elite. Honestly, you guys are just unbelievable. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. I want to get to 100 likes ASAP because it helps the channel out. So please do hit that like button. Do subscribe. Keep getting involved in the chat. As you can see, I'm being very interactive with the chat today. And yeah, big up all the super chatters, all people who share the videos. You guys are all elite, man. Thank you guys so much. Now, moving on. To the guy that you guys probably want me to talk about. Man said, ball to feet merchant. Do you guys actually let me just set up quickly a poll. Would you sell Luis Diaz to Barcelona? Because I saw the whole Luis Diaz to Barcelona, Mbappé to Liverpool thing. I'll be honest with you. I'm just being completely honest. I'm bored. I'm actually so bored of this Mbappé thing. Let me put up a poll quickly. Would you sell Luis Diaz? Like the video and hit that poll right now. Would you sell Luis Diaz? Let me put yes. No. Let me just put up a poll. Simply yes or no. Guys, you know what it is? Liverpool Football Club are a massive club. We probably could attract Kylian Mbappé. Like, let's not sit up here and act like we also need to also respect ourselves a little bit. I accept the thing with the South American players and the Barcelona Madrid thing. I accept it, no problem. But at the same time, we need to respect ourselves a little bit. Like, with all due respect, we're not like Stockport, you know? We're also a club that has a certain amount of pull. Now, the whole Mbappé thing, Mbappé to Liverpool, Mbappé to Liverpool, Mbappé to Liverpool. I'll be honest with you, I'm bored of it. I'm so bored of it because I've seen the Mbappé to Liverpool thing 700 million times. And I've told you guys stories, and they're real stories, about FSG meeting Mbappe's parents in Monaco. We wanted him from his Monaco days. And by the way, this is no such thing as big secret or anything. People have spoken about this probably 500 times. Even you guys are probably bored of it. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. Like, this is why. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we get Kylian Mbappé, I think we would have the strongest counterattack in football history. Just think about it. Just from a pure pace and power perspective. Kylian Mbappé on the left, Mo Salah on the right, Darwin Nunez down the middle. It's like 3 cheetahs running at you. If you cloned Van de Ven 4 times, you still wouldn't be able to catch up to that front three. So that front three would be deadly. And if we're saying from a skill set perspective, Mbappe's skill set suits Liverpool Football Club more than a Diaz skill set. You know, it would be unbelievable. Now the problem is, me and the 184 people watching, make sure you're liking and subscribing, are all bored. We're all bored of the Mbappé links. How many times over the last 4 or 5 years have all of you sat back and seen Mbappé to Liverpool? Honestly, be honest, you guys, are you not bored? Wallah, I'm being serious, chat. Are you guys just not bored? Bored shitless of this whole Mbappé thing? Oh my God, Kylian Mbappé to Liverpool. If the Kylian Mbappé move to Madrid fails, Liverpool are going to get him. Oh my God. The summer before, Mbappé didn't get him. The summer, Mbappé didn't go Madrid and he's still at PSG. Summer before that, Real Madrid didn't get him and he's still at PSG. Summer before that, Real Madrid didn't get him and it's still at PSG. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Like, listen, Mbappé is going to Real Madrid. Unless I hear something concrete and I hear some real evidence. And by the way, the people who watched my video on the Sunday, 3 days before the Andre to Fulham news was announced, I indirectly told you, we ain't getting Andre. Bro, I know what I'm talking about. People need to understand something. If I wanted to be an ITK, please understand, I'd be on 30K followers right now on Twitter. I'd have 1,000 people watching me because I'm some sort of breaking news genius or some shit. But I'm not trying to do the ITK life. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. I'm a humble young man from Jordan. It's not like, you know, my connections are so knee deep into Liverpool Football Club where I know everything. Of course, I don't know everything. Things might change tomorrow. Tomorrow, Liverpool Football Club might wake up and choose they want to sign Andre. Tomorrow, we might all wake up, inshallah, we all wake up happy, safe, and healthy. We might wake up tomorrow and suddenly Jurgen Klopp decides, I want Andre, go get me Andre. Just as an example. You need to understand, transfers sometimes are fluid. The world of transfers is fluid. So Mbappé, in a theoretical world, could also wake up tomorrow and go like, you know what? I want to play for Liverpool Football Club. I want to compete against Haaland in the Premier League. He might want to do that. You never know. So he's like, I don't want to play in the same team as Haaland, so let me go to the second best team, which is fair. Now, I'm not saying, you need to understand, no transfer is impossible. Unless it's like a, you know, like an ex-Man United player or something like that. Like, I doubt Scott McTominay would play for Liverpool, you know, or like specifically like, I don't know, like Phil Jones or someone. They wouldn't do that, make that move out of respect for the career they had at Manchester United. But other than that, 99% of transfers are not impossible. Now, the reality is, from our perspective, is we need to understand the likes of Kylian Mbappé comes with a lot of baggage. This is the reality. The likes of Kylian Mbappé comes with a lot of baggage. Can Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool Football Club deal with the Mbappé baggage? Or are they going to go to the tax returns directly and go like, I don't want this bag? Be honest. Be honest, guys. The Kylian Mbappé baggage is real. Why are we going to sit up here and deny it? Honestly. Why are we going to sit up here and deny it? Mbappé is a phenomenal player, phenomenal talent. But his baggage is this big. I'm so sorry. It's the reality. You know, the entourage, the drama, the newspaper interviews, the salary, the money, all of this. And it's funny, this guy right here saying your pull is mid players. Rashi 10, your entire squad is mid players. So where do we go from here? Name one Manchester United player who starts for us right now. None. So sit on the floor, please. By the way, I hope Selection is still here. Let me know if you're here, Selection, because me and you are about to have the conversation about this whole DM slot. I hope he's here. He didn't run. So anyway, it comes with a lot. Guys, I'm so sorry. Wallah, it comes with a lot. The Mbappé baggage. The Mbappé baggage is this big. Are we going to handle the wages? Are we going to handle the bonuses? Are we going to handle the newspaper interviews? Are we going to handle the Real Madrid links from August every year? Let us be real. Guys, let us be real. Kylian Mbappé would be phenomenal on the football pitch for Liverpool Football Club. And by the way, I actually think the Klopp system suits Mbappé. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to say it as it is because people always get annoyed when you say something about you know, about what's his name, about Pep Guardiola. People get so triggered and rattled. Spam 115 in the chat. Here's the thing. Kylian Mbappé suits the Klopp system 100 times more than he does the Pep system. Cry more. I'm sorry. You can say Pep's a better manager. You can say Pep this, Pep that's, no problem. You can even say Pep maybe... Actually, no, I don't think Pep can handle egos, to be honest. But the reality is, the Klopp system 100 million% suits Kylian Mbappé more than the Pep system. And if you deny this, you're lying to yourself. So let us not lie to each other, okay? No, because Klopp is going to give Mbappé freedom and he's not going to make him a robot like the Grealishes of the world, you know? He's not going to make him a robot. So yeah, that's the thing. So I think he'd be allowed to be a lot more direct in the Liverpool system, which would, you know, which would kind of, how can I say this? Would probably give him a bit more like control over what he can do in the final third. And speaking of control in the final third, one more player I want to move on. There's 3 South American players I'm starting with. I feel like we've covered the Diaz section. I want to talk Nunez and I want to talk Macallister. I want to talk the DM position because I feel like that's also very interesting. But let me start with Darwin Nunez. Now, before we start to do Darwin Nunez, 222 of you in here. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. So much content coming your way, you guys. If you hit the subscribe button, you will never regret it on This Is Football. So please do like the video right now. We want to get to 100 likes. We're only 5 likes away. So if you've yet to like the video, please do like it right now. Why is my YouTube on Family Feud funniest moments? This is you watching us right here. Let me see the related video. See, watching us right here. Hit this X quickly. Hit this like button. See, 95, almost at 100. So anyway, Darwizi. You just got Darwizi, habibi. By the way, Tyler Jones got clipped up with me as well when Darwin Nunez had that. You just got Darwizi, habibi. Darwin Nunez. Here's the thing, guys. I love Family Feud. It's a great thing to like watch while like you're eating dinner or something, you know? It's just funny. Steve Harvey's funny. Darwizi. You know, there's a saying, consistency is king. Consistency is king. I'll use myself as an example so people get it. You guys are my subscribers on YouTube. If I give you 1 great show a week only, it's not the same as someone giving you 5 great shows a week, 6 great shows a week, 7 great shows a week. It's not. Tell them, Douglas, it's not. Now, consistency is extremely important. But also, what's really important is me as Hussam, who you guys think has a Nunez agenda, I don't. You guys know I don't have a Darwin Nunez agenda. I can recognize player improvements. Now, the game against who did we just play? We beat. Who did we just play recently? It wasn't Bournemouth, was it? No, not Bournemouth. Who did we just play at Anfield and we beat them? 3-0. Was it Forest, was it? Brentford. The Brentford game, Darwin Nunez didn't score. Darwin Nunez didn't score. Now, even with Darwin Nunez not scoring, and Mo Salah scoring twice, I still said Darwin Nunez had the better game. You know why? Because life is so much more than GA. I didn't think Salah had the best of games, but Salah still managed to score twice. Let me repeat that sentence again, just so it kind of sinks in the direction I'm headed in. I didn't think Mo Salah had the best game, but he scored twice. Can we start saying that about Darwin Nunez? If we start saying that about Darwin Nunez, that's when you know Darwin Nunez has entered dangerous territory. That's when you know Darwin Nunez is on some next level shit now. Let's be honest. I'm backing Nunez. I'm backing Nunez this season. I've got no problem with him. I said, you know what? Last season, we called him the Ford truck. Last season, we called him a donkey. Last season, we insulted him enough. Now it's time for us to back the process. Okay, no problem. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to go like, okay, go ahead, Darwin Nunez, do your thing. Now, what Darwin Nunez needs to do is not have games like Luton. Is not have games in which you're not affecting the general play and you're not scoring goals and you're not really doing anything for the team. You're essentially just there missing chances. Those are the games that have a problem with Darwin Nunez in which when you're created a clear-cut opportunity, put it in the back of the net. If Darwin Nunez just scored the big chances that Salah alone created him, he'd probably be on 10 goals already this season. Just the Salah one alone. Just Mo Salah's created chances for him alone, he'd be on 10 goals this season. Just that. Just that. So for me, I will back Darwin Nunez. I'm not anti-Nunez. I'm not against Nunez. I'm not speaking against him. I'm not having some sort of agenda. You know, if he performs, I will say he performs. If he scores, I will say he scores. If he assists, I will say he assists. If he has a good game, I'll say he has a good game. It's not some sort of hidden agenda. It really isn't. But once again, just like we spoke about Diaz, guys, why don't we keep the same energy? I realize the likes of Pablo are quick to say, sell Diaz, but they're not quick to criticize Darwin Nunez. Guys, we have to keep the same energy for these players, you know? Specifically the players that haven't achieved anything. Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, and Mo Salah will always get different energy from me. Those four will always have different energy from me. Always. The reason why they will always have different energy from me is because they've helped take us somewhere. Darwin Nunez hasn't took me anywhere yet. Darwin Nunez hasn't took me anywhere there. He hasn't. I'm sorry. He hasn't. He hasn't. Now, with Darwin Nunez, if he just gets a bit of consistency and starts scoring the chances that we create for him on a regular basis, this man will be one of the most dangerous men on the planet, dangerous strikers on the planet. Dangerous. Dangerous as hell. So dangerous in front of goal. And that's what we need. Now, speaking of that's what we need, our forward line. Mo Salah scoring 4 times versus Djibouti. Darwin Nunez scoring versus Uruguay. Versus Argentina. Luis Diaz scoring twice versus Brazil. At the start of the season, what did I tell you guys at the start of the transfer window? I said I'm very happy with our forward line depth. People need to understand something. I don't exist on YouTube to just moan for the sake of it. I'm not here to just moan, okay? When I give something objectively analyzing a player or just talking about a position or talking about something on the pitch, I'm talking about it objectively. The reality is, I'm very happy with our forward line depth. Jota, Nunez, Diaz, Gakpo, Mo Salah, that's 5 options right there that are very solid. And I'm happy with them. And I said from the start of the season, I'm very happy with our forward line. You know what I'm not happy with? And this is where I need selection to be in the chat. Because I need people from the other side of the argument. Hello, Habibis. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Let's talk about the DM position. Da-da-da-da, defensive midfielder. Lord have mercy on my soul. Defensive midfielder. Ensar, it is 2023 and you're using the word liver shit pool. Did you not feel ashamed before writing that comment? Liver shit pool 2023? Grow up, Habibi. Grow up. Anyway, let's talk DM. Let's talk Alexis Macallister. Yeah, exactly. He missed 2 goals versus Brentford and he was offside for 2 goals. So score your chances. There are people in this fan base, aka Selection, which I don't even know if he's in the chat, who doesn't even want a DM. There are a part of the fan base that are scapegoating Alexis Macallister. And usually the ones scapegoating Alexis Macallister are the ones that think Endo's good enough. And on top of that, there is the third type. And that's the worst type. That's Selection. Not scapegoating Macallister. And at the same time, not wanting a DM. Now, how about a bit of optimism? Big Licho up. Think you're wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying for us, I'm not talking about what he done for Colombia. You know, he's done a great job for Colombia. I'm just talking about what he done for us, Derek. I just wanted to be more consistent. Guys, can we just have an honest conversation now? It's the international break. There's 222 Liverpool fans watching and a cringy Man United fan watching as well. Listen, guys, let's all be honest. Endo shit. Let's just can we all establish that, please? Can we all just sit back and establish that Endo is not good enough? Even for Europa League, even for Carabao, even for FA, even for whatever. I have no idea why the hell we done that transfer. Wallahi, I have no idea why we done that transfer. Be honest, chat. Be honest. Guys, Endo's crap. Honestly, let's just please, like, you have no pace, you have no power. It's not a PNP thing, and you're not even tackling at a high level. Did you guys see his duels won versus Toulouse? Did you guys see? Come on, you guys. Do you guys see what he done versus even Brentford? Come on, you guys, bro. Honestly, you guys, let's just be honest, man. You know, the signing of Endo has shown us that we need a DM more than anything. The funny part is like we signed Endo as a stopgap, and now I think after watching Endo that I need a DM even more. Hello, camera, focus. You know, after watching Endo, I'm like, yo, we need a DM even more than I first thought. You know, after the whole Endo situation. Here's the thing, you guys. Enos, I don't need a haircut. My hair looks banger. And you know, no one noticing my weight loss as well. Big up. You get me, blood. Yeah, Mike Das, of course. Mike Das goes on all the other chats. This is him saying hi to us. Aaron, you see how Mike is behaving now? He's been on like 3-4 different channels. Now he thinks he's a celebrity. And now he's just coming here to backstab me. He's like, when's the call-in show? You didn't even say hi. You didn't even say like. You didn't even say subscribe. You know, didn't even support the channel, nothing. Just here saying, when's the call-in show? Big up, Mike. Thank you for being so supportive of this football. What a fraud. What a fraud. Anyway, so with Alexis Macallister in the DM position and Endo, me watching Endo play 5 times for Liverpool Football Club proves how badly I need a DM even more than when I first thought. I think the DM position is probably even more important now than ever. And here's the thing. We can sit up here and we can act like, guys, this is Liverpool 2.0. We're going to be so much different this time. We're going to sit up here and we're going to play this and we're going to do this and we're going to have this style and we're going to have that style and blah, 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 blah. Guys, we're going to do this. Guys, we're going to do that. Yada, yada, yada. And every game we watch, we're like, we need a DM. I've not watched a single game of football this season in which I have thought we didn't need a DM. on a reel. Honestly, we need a DM. Mike, by the way, Colin show is probably going to be Monday or Wednesday. Those are the 2 days. One of them, inshallah, will be Colin show. Tell them, Kave, the robosexual. End of scrap. So now we have established that. Stuttgart getting 16 million for them. That's 16 million too much. He's worth about 2 million. And third of all, Alexis Macallister. Let us all get to the bottom of this. Alexis Macallister. You see, guys, it's very easy. It's very easy to come up here and act like Macallister is the problem. Or we should sit up here and criticize Alexis. Or we should sit up here and talk shit about Alexis Macallister. Or we should sit up here and say stuff about Alexis Macallister. The reality is, you guys, Macallister is not the problem. Alexis Macallister is not the problem. Newsflash chat, Macallister is not the problem. Furthermore, Macallister is actually Mr. Fundamentals. Macallister passes at a very good level, tackles at a very good level, shoots at a very good level, crosses at a very good level. He's just someone who does everything well. He might not be a specialist at a certain thing, but he does everything well. Now, what I will not do is sit up here, exactly what Anisa just said, and blame Alexis Macallister for not performing highly out of his position. I'll give you a quick example. If Jurgen Klopp decides tomorrow to play Darwin Nunez right wing, and it clearly doesn't suit his game and it doesn't help him out, I'm going to blame Klopp. I'm not going to blame Nunez. And listen, there is something called player accountability, of course. Of course, I have to sit back and go like, you know what, Macallister, you need to do better. You know what, Macallister, you need to perform on the football pitch. By the way, chat, let me know if you guys want Mike Das to be my co-host for the Colin show. Like, stay the entire 3 hours. Since he's so excited to get on a Colin show, let me know, chat. We can replace Albert because Albert's too crazy and he might get me cancelled. If you guys want Mike Das to come and co-host my Colin show, let me know. So anyway, thank you, A9. That's my point. Macallister, yeah, why everyone saying cut my hair? Wallahi, my hair not that long. Come on, you guys. Wallahi, have some shame. Chat, why are you being disrespectful? Wallahi, my hair looks, you know, messy is the new sexy. That's what they told me, you know. You guys are such assholes. What have I done to deserve this? Everyone just here chatting shit on my name. You bunch of frauds. Unbelievable, Jeff. Let Mike Das co-host the thing. Mike left the chat. He left. He's no longer here. Someone maybe want him on another stream. Anyway, I don't think Macallister is a good 6. I don't. Actually, no, I take that back. I think he's a good 6. Good 6. I just think he's good in the 6. I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he's crap. Now, I think he's a much better 8. And he's a much better 8 for Liverpool Football Club. He's definitely not a 10, Phil. Behave. He's definitely not a 10. Because he's Mr. Fundamentals. He just has the fundamentals of the sport. He's not a specialist at anything. Now, with Alexis Macallister, yes, 100% Aaron. With Alexis Macallister, he's being played out of position. What I will not do is sit up here and criticize Alexis Macallister in a position that's not even his own. That is not even Macallister's own position. You guys need to realize something. Other than Toulouse away, in which Endo was the DM, we have yet to see Alexis Macallister play in the 8. And furthermore, I think Alexis Macallister is more of a Liverpool 8 than anything else. He's so much of a Liverpool 8. So much of a Liverpool 8. So much of a Liverpool 8. Macallister. As a Liverpool 8 as they come. As a Liverpool 8 as they come. Can keep the ball. High work rate. Gives it to the better players. You know, what they call ball progression. I don't know if it's ball progression, ball carrying, whatever the hell these new tacticals call it. That's my honest opinion. I actually think Macallister is just good fundamentally, and he's being played out of position. Now, you know what this season has proved to me? I'll tell you what, because we need to unpack this conversation a bit more. Klopp 2.0, Liverpool 2.0 is just Liverpool 1.0 with a missing DM. I'll explain it to you. What has been proven to us? We're currently November 18th. We've played how many Premier League games? 12? What has been proven to us in the first 12 games? We have the most lethal forward line in the Premier League. Dominic Szoboszlai is going to be one of the signings of the season. Alisson Becker is still the best goalkeeper in the world. Virgil van Dijk is back to at least 80%, 90% of his best. And what it has proven to us in the cons section is the fact that we need a DM. I have never ever watched a club play football and scream out for a position more than we need a DM. And I'll take it a step further. I don't even think we need any DM. Big up NRL in the chat. I hope you're good as well, my brother. Been a while since I've seen you. Kansab, love from Pakistan. Pakistan's in the bad. Big up to you, Kansab. Shukriya bhai. Anyway, when it comes to the DM position, I'm going to take it a step further. I don't even think we need any DM. I think we need a destroyer DM, if anything. I think we need, someone who is such an asshole and all he does is just tackle the shit out of people. All I want is a DM. Mike Das, are you willing to co-host my call-in show instead of you spreading so much negative energy in my chat? We need an asshole. We need a bastard. I need a DM to start for Liverpool Football Club and stop the shit out of counterattacks. Let us all stop lying to each other and let's actually witness what's happening on the football pitch. And you know what? I will use numbers. I will use numbers because these new guys, no worries, NRL. Listen, you're welcome anytime, my brother. Don't ever apologize. I've always said this. No one ever apologizes if you can't watch the channel. That's why I just welcome you guys back. This is one big happy family. My energy will never change towards my people ever, man. You guys are absolutely elite. I love you all. Anyway, when it comes, Ugarte was sitting right there. Yeah, but who spoke about Ugarte? The first person to speak about Ugarte all this time. Did I not tell you about Ugarte? Exactly. Anyway, so the stat that I was going to mention, in Liverpool games, you'll have the highest XG. Now, that's not the highest XG for Liverpool and for us. For Liverpool, alone. It's the highest XG for Liverpool and for the opposition. What does that tell you? Think about it. You know who has the lowest XG in their games? Manchester City. What does that show you? Manchester City are in full control of their games. Meaning, Manchester City, there's no chaos. It's possession. It's left and right. And they're destroying the opposition, essentially. With Liverpool, it's the highest XG in all the Premier League clubs from both teams, not just Liverpool. You know what that shows? Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, table tennis, table tennis, table tennis, badminton, table tennis, squash. Unfortunately for us, ping pong doesn't win you Premier League titles. Table tennis doesn't win you Premier League titles. Badminton doesn't win you Premier League titles. Tennis and squash and all these games, sports, basketball doesn't win you Premier League titles. You need a little bit of an element of control. And you know what will give you an element of control in that midfield? A DM who's an absolute bastard who just tackles the crap out of people. I need a DM to come in here and just tackle the life out of players. I'll be honest with you. That's what we need. That is literally, exactly, categorically what we need. We need a DM to come in there and just tackle the shit out of people. I need someone who stops counterattacks. Tactical fouls, Fabinho. And just think of the last 15 years. Name the successful clubs. Busquets, Casemiro, Macallister. Want me to go on? Fabinho, Fernandinho, Rodri. The only one that was successful without a DM had a double pivot of essentially Kimmich and Thiago. Or Thiago and Goretzka. Kante for Leicester. Thank you, Fly Mode. So many. And you know why we need a DM? Aaron just mentioned. See, Aaron is very smart. Aaron has watched a whole lot of football. He said one of the other big problems, we're turning Szoboszlai into Henderson. Guys, Szoboszlai has run the most in the entire Premier League. Some people might sit up here and act like it's a positive. Yeah, it's a massive positive. How positive will it be 3 years from now, chat? Huh? 3 years from now, when we're all sat here talking about Szoboszlai burnout, how positive will it be then? How positive will it be then? Because the likes of Szoboszlai and Gravenberg are just doing up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Total football, Dutch football. And that won't work. And that will not work categorically. And that is exactly why we need a defensive midfielder. I have given you guys genuine, realistic, numerical, and opinionated, some of it, of course, evidence as to why we need a DM. Now, some people come up here and go like, Palhinha, I see you guys mention him in the chat. Joe Cavalier, I think, is one of the people who's big on Palhinha as well. Some people go like, but Hussam, Palhinha is at Fulham. He can't be that good. Can you tell me why Bayern Munich want him? Take your time. YL, I'm so happy one of you is here. YL, can you tell the entire world right now in the chat why Bayern Munich wanted Palhinha if he's trash? Everyone hit the like button as well, by the way, and subscribe. Go on, chat. Let me know. The floor is yours. No problem. Palhinha is trash, you want to say? No problem. Tell me why Bayern want him. Palhinha is so trash that the team that won the Bundesliga 10 years in a row wanted him. And in reverse, you want Andre, YL. You know who wants Andre? Fulham. You know when I wanted Paqueta? What they told me? West Ham wanted him. You know when I wanted... What's the name of the Mexican DM who plays for West Ham? God, I forgot his name. Edson Alvarez. When I wanted Edson Alvarez, they told me, Hussam, only West Ham want him. You think just because West Ham want a player and Fulham want a player, that means he cannot come up here and make a difference? Are you not the same people who backed the signing of Endo from Stuttgart, who finished 17th or 16th, were fighting relegation last season? And he was a DM for a low block team? Okay, YL, fair. So you don't want Andre, you don't want Palhinha. Let me know who you want then. Let me know who you want. Because you see, when I was screaming all summer long, there was a reason why I was screaming. There was a reason why I wanted us to get Lavia badly, and wanted us to get Caicedo badly, and wanted us to get Ugarte badly. The DM market stinks. Smell that. It stinks. Who else? Honestly, who else is out there? Think about it, chat. Who else is out there? Wallah, who else is out there? Who else is out there as a DM that we can sign? The only maybe outside shot is maybe the likes of Yusuf Fofana, maybe. Even then you can argue he isn't really a DM fully like that. But, you know, you could say Yusuf Fofana, definitely. Other than that, what are you going to get now? Someone might come up here and tell me Calvin Phillips. Have we not learned from Arsenal? Have we not learned from Arsenal when they sign all these City rejects? I cannot beat a team by signing players that are not good enough for said team. Like, let's all be honest. And people talking about the age issue with Palhinha, I understand that. I accept that. That's constructive criticism. But tell me who, though. Tell me who would you sign? Man saying Fernandez from Boca Juniors. Fair enough, NRL. But the same club that is not going to sign Andre from Fluminense will not sign Fernandez from Boca Juniors. We have a problem with the South American market. And that problem is related to Jurgen Klopp, by the way, as well. He likes players who are a bit more experienced in Europe. That's the thing. So people need to get to grips with that idea specifically. Now, if we sign Calvin Phillips, disaster. Disaster. Big up to Selection who sends in the first super chat of the stream. W's in the chat for my guy, Selection. Big up to you, Selection, Habibi. Thank you so much. He says, Macallister is a number 8. Just selection, just send me a regular chat just so I know what you mean. Are you saying he's no 8, as in he's not a 8, or he is a number 8? Macallister is a number 8 under Klopp. Our 8s have to cover a lot of space. He struggles with that in the 6. Our 6, it cannot just be a destroy for obvious reasons. Pakessa has to be what we want in the 6th role. Oh, he had us in the first half. He had us in the first half. I agreed with 3 quarters. He's not a 8 under Klopp. Okay, so what is he then? If he's not a 8, if he's not a 8 and he's not a 6, what is he then? Come on, selection. Come on, selection. If he's not a 8 and he's not a 6, what is he then? Please don't tell me 10 or winger. Pivot 6. Double pivot. Well, you know, Klopp doesn't play that. That's the problem. Klopp doesn't play that. The reason, let me just speak to you about it, okay? Let me tell you. The reason why I think he's a Liverpool 8, I don't think, man said, why aren't you clubbing? Does this look like a clubber? I'm Muslim, habibi, don't club. Now, here's the thing. Let me debunk this realistically without calling selection edgy. The reason why Macallister is a Klopp 8 is because he is just fundamentally sound. He is fundamentally sound. He does everything at a 7 out of 10 or a 6.5 out of 10 level. And he's a high work rate player. He's essentially a shorter Gini Wijnaldum. He's a shorter Gini Wijnaldum. He's just like, he's like 2 inches shorter than Gini Wijnaldum. He's like Anissa compared to like, I don't know, Lauren. He's just shorter version of the same person. He's so much similar to Gini Wijnaldum. Now, if you're saying double pivot, Klopp doesn't play that. Now, if you're saying Paqueta, if we sign Lucas Paqueta under Jurgen Klopp will either play in the 8 on the left-hand side, right-hand side, or he'll play right wing. Sorry, Anissa, for the shot, but you are 5-1. Like, well, Allah, we have to be honest. Lucas Paqueta cannot play DM for Liverpool Football Club. And I'll tell you why. The DM for Liverpool Football Club, as we have seen with Macallister, it's not just about fundamentals, and it's not about even football IQ. It's about defensive abilities. You know why it's about defensive abilities? Because we have the highest XG in our games selection. Just look at our games. Ping pong, table tennis, badminton. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Brentford attack, Liverpool attack, Luton attack, Liverpool attack, Luton attack, Liverpool attack. Like that's basically what we do. Now, if you want to do that effectively, then you need a DM. Now, if you're talking about Klopp changing the entire way he plays football, then you're having a totally different conversation. Lucas Paqueta could be a 6 in a Pep Guardiola system. Lucas Paqueta could never be a 6 in a Liverpool system ever, because he would get physically, he would have to defend too much. That's the thing. He'd have to defend too much. Lucas Paqueta would have to defend so much at Liverpool Football Club that you would actually undo the good stuff he has, which is the ball carrying, which is the passing ability, which is the creativity, which is even being a danger in the opposition's penalty box. You would undo all of that if you play him DM, because you'd be asking him to do stuff that he cannot do. A Liverpool DM needs to be a big bastard who tackles people. I think we need to get to grips with that idea. If we could just clone Claude Makelele, just clone him. Just clone Claude Makelele and send me Makelele. Like, send me Makelele 2.0 to Liverpool Football Club. We'd be in an absolutely unbelievable position. Absolutely unbelievable position. 100%. 100%. I don't think I'm being opinionated or crazy. I just think I'm being objective with it. Paqueta selection, we would undo all his good attributes if we play him 6, because we would ask Paqueta to go to essentially be 90% defensive, 80% defensive. Paqueta, by the way, is a good 6 in the Pep Guardiola system. If you want like someone who's similar to Paqueta, look at Bernardo Silva. Do you think Bernardo Silva could play 6 for Liverpool? I don't think Bernardo Silva could play 6 for Liverpool. Bernardo would probably play like RCM, LCM for Liverpool, not 6. You know, And that's why I stick by my opinion, and I've used like actual evidence to back it without calling you edgy selection out of respect. Because me and you know, we go way back, my brother. Big up to you, Habib, for the super chat and the love. I appreciate you. But the reality is, we need a DM, man. We need a DM. And I feel like if we sign Paqueta or someone who could half do it, it would actually take away from his other side of things. That's the problem. Now, when you guys are saying Palhin has scrap, Palhin has scrap, Palhin has scrap, once again, the only other guy that I think even selection would like, I think previously he liked him as well, and that's Yusuf Fofana. I think that's someone who could come up here and make a difference in that position. But other than that, Kone as well, Quadio Kone, definitely. All I'm saying is, you know what we need in terms of just like, if I could just simplify it into one word, we need a tackler. Honestly, big up selection. Thank you so much, Habibi. We need a tackle. Oh my God, you suck. You stink. You stink, Pablo. You stink, Pablo. Man said Florentino Ruiz. Yo, I'm about to ban you right now. Have some shame. Have some shame and decorum. Man said Florentino Ruiz. Sit on the floor. Sit on the floor. This guy getting substituted 40th minute. I don't know who that is, AK. I don't know who that is. But anyway, we need someone like that. We need a Yusuf Fofana. We need a Palhinha. We need someone of that ilk. And I think I've given empirical evidence, numerical evidence, and I've given realistic evidence. John McGinn is not a 6 in a Liverpool system either. That's another problem. John McGinn is an 8 in a Liverpool system. You guys need to understand. This is, on the Back Again podcast, Lewis tried trolling me. He was like, Gallagher has more GA than Szoboszlai. I'm like, yeah. I didn't even have a reaction to it. You know why? Because Liverpool midfielders don't get GA. Liverpool midfielders are not GA midfielders. Liverpool midfielders are there, high work rate, tackle, give the ball to the wingers. Like, just get involved in that way. You guys need to understand something. Liverpool midfielders are not there to get goals and assists. They're really not. They're really not. This is something everyone needs to understand. Boubacar Kamara, that's solid. That's fair, William. The problem with Boubacar Kamara is he just signed for Aston Villa like a year something ago. What about a cheeky bid for Onana from Everton? See? That's another one. That's space and power right there. Oh my God. Man said Matip in the 6. Yo, someone slap Pablo. Someone slap him right now. Someone slap him. Man said Matip in the 6. Point is, Manu Kone, I think, is a solid option. Yusuf Fofana is a solid option. Palhinha is a solid option. Point is, watching the first 3, 4, 5 months, or the 3 months, 4 months, of Liverpool Football Club, it just proves the fact that we need a DM. Because I was actually on selection's side, funnily enough. Me and him agreed. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe Liverpool 2.0 do not need a DM. Maybe Liverpool 2.0 don't need a defensive midfielder like that. Maybe Liverpool 2.0 is just gonna defend by how they call it, defend by committee, attack by committee. Maybe Liverpool 2.0 are headed in that direction of defending together and attacking together. Maybe that's what Liverpool 2.0 are about. No problem. Now, after watching the games, though, all it proves to me is just we need a DM more than ever. Honestly. What do you guys make of Douglas Luiz? Big up Bimer on the chat. I know your club, Arsenal, want him. Big up to my guy, Aaron. W's on the chat for our brother, Aaron, for the super chat. Who says, Hussam, Frank Rijkaard is the best name I've ever seen. I grew up watching Hullet, Van Basten, and Rijkaard, but Rijkaard was the best out of the 3, in my opinion. Now, Rijkaard, I didn't really watch him like that. Like, I didn't watch him because I'd be a liar if I said I watch him. But Frank Rijkaard, as a footballer, is probably a complete type of player in that position. Now, the best case scenario, of course, would be getting someone like a Rodri who's complete. Like, he could pass, he could shoot, he could tackle, he could destroy. If you get someone like that, fairs. But I've always said something, Aaron, and I know the chat would agree. Not for DM, NRL. I know everyone in the chat would agree. Want to know the bottom line? Bottom line is a DM in the Premier League needs space and power. This is something we all need to just step back and accept exists in the English Premier League. In the English Premier League, you need pace and power. We can all sit up here and we can talk about technique and ability and pass left and pass right and all the beautiful intricacies of the sport. But also you need pace and power. I'm so sorry. You need pace and power. You need it. Or, I've always said something. You can get away with not having pace and power if you at least have pace or at least you have power. Edson Alvarez is not the quickest, but he's powerful as F. Palhinha is not the quickest, but he's powerful as F. You know? I'm sure you'll find other options of maybe who aren't that strong, but they're very fast. But you need one of them. That's why, for example, Endo doesn't work. That's why Endo doesn't work. Because he has no pace, he has no power, he's not pace and power, he has none. Thank you, Anis. Now, if you give me Frank Rijkaard, LFC Aaron, we'll win you the quad. You know, Aaron, what's mad? If we lived in a hypothetical world in which Liverpool had Rodri, we just win the quadruple. We just win the quadruple. Like, give me Rodri tomorrow and I'd bring you the quadruple. Honestly, I don't think we'd lose any game. Like, if we just had Rodri, Szoboszlai, Gravenberg with the front three we have, it's game, set, and match, Habibis. It is long day for the entire world if we had just Rodri. So yeah, that's another example. By the way, Rodri ain't the quickest, but he's powerful. But he's powerful as F. Go try push Rodri. Come back, tell me how it works for you. Big up to Selection who sends another super chat. Thank you so much to the Selection. I appreciate the love, the support. I didn't say we don't need a DM. I said Klopp does not want a traditional 6 tackle merchant, aka Palhinha. Our DM needs to offer a lot on the ball. Now, see, this is where I'd agree with you now. Now me and Selection agree. If you want to say it's a Klopp problem, I have no problem saying that. I have no problem saying, yes, you're right. This also has to do with Klopp, 100%. Because if Klopp refuses to sign a DM, because now, also, one thing we must all agree on is we can't act like Liverpool don't have money because the Caicedo money is still there. The Caicedo money is still there. I'm sorry, chat. Come January time, I'm not accepting no BS article from James Pearce where he talks about a summer war chest. I'm really not. Because we've had enough war chest, like summer articles. And this is the thing, Selection. If the money is there and Klopp is refusing to sign a DM and he's refusing to acknowledge the problem that we have in this team, Selection, then me and you will constructively criticize Klopp, specifically if it costs us trophies. Because it's so obvious. I said by Mbappé playing it. It's so obvious we need a DM. Now, if Klopp doesn't want a DM, then he's wrong. That's the thing. I'm not afraid to say Klopp is wrong on something. I've got no problem saying that. Klopp is wrong if he doesn't want a DM, because we clearly need one. And by the way, if Klopp didn't really deep down believe he wanted the DM, why would he go for Caicedo then? The second highest tackler in the whole league last season, aka tackle merchant, you know? So yeah, that's my thing. Thank you so much, Selection, my brother. Big up my guy Ryan, who comes in with back-to-back super chats. Let me address the first one. Macallister has been crap. It's not just because of the position. He can still show his ability on the ball as a 6, and he's been so bad on the ball. I accept Selection, I understand, but Klopp would have played them DM. Same way he's doing to Macallister right now. Lone DM. This thing, Ryan. I accept Macallister criticism as in he hasn't performed to the level expected. And this is where I have to go like, Ryan, respect. I respect what you're saying. But at the same time, we cannot deny he's playing out of position. That's why I refuse to scapegoat him. That's why I refuse to scapegoat him. Because I think, my brother, Alexis Macallister is being scapegoated right now. I think the talk of the town right now is, oh, Macallister is so crap. Macallister is so meaty. Macallister is so shit. Yeah, but I don't think Macallister is necessarily shit or crap. I just think he's being played out of position. Now, if you put him next to an actual DM and you play him in a pivot, which what Shukran Anwar, which what Selection said earlier on, I've got no problem with that. If you want to play him in DM, I've got no problem with that. But if next week against City we see Darwin Nunez play right wing and he has a shit game, I'm not going to criticize him. I'm going to criticize Klopp. Why are you playing him right wing? If Gakpo plays DM, I'm going to criticize Klopp for playing him DM. You get me? So for me, Macallister, we need to understand something. Macallister was in contention last season for being one of the players in the team of the season. Macallister, people need to understand something. Last season, when we were getting to the midfield in the team of the season videos, were like, by the way, special shout out to Alexis Macallister. People were saying that. Macallister is not suddenly a bum. Macallister is not a bum. Macallister is just not a DM. He's not a lone DM. He's not someone who's going to sit up here and become a lone DM. Macallister is an 8. Now, if you're talking about ability on the ball, I could be shameless and say, okay, what about his deep lying playmaking with the pass he had for Nunez against Villa, for example? That was a fantastic pass. Goal as well for Darwin Nunez. So Macallister has shown us his ability on the ball. He's just not shown us in abundance. And the only way we can see the true Alexis Macallister is if we see a DM. Now, Ryan, think about the Argentina team that won the World Cup. Who was the deepest, most defensive guy for Argentina? Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul was the deepest player for Argentina. Rodrigo de Paul was the bastard. All I'm saying is, sign me a bastard. That's it. Thank you so much, Ryan. And then Ryan's second super chat. Oh, Lord have mercy. Unpopular opinion. Gravenberg is better than Szoboszlai. Both are brilliant, and I'm so happy we have both. Let me set up a poll because maybe I'm crazy. First of all, W is in the chat for my brother Ryan for supporting the channel. W is for Ryan right now in the chat. Big up. Now I'm going to set up a poll. Who's better? And you guys feel free to vote whoever you want. And if you want to explain it in the chat, explain it to me. Here, Gravenberg. And here, Szoboszlai. I can spell it from the first time without using Google. So, Gravenberg, Szoboszlai. Now, feel free to vote whoever you want. Now, I'll speak on Bajcetic in a second. Covenant. Isn't covenant like a holy piece of paper or something? Let me Google what covenant means. What does covenant mean? An agreement. Agree by lease. A covenant is like a peace treaty, promise, agreement, or contract between two parties. Why is your name contract, Habibi? Promise. Now, here's the thing, Ryan. Let me just look at the poll results quickly. 83% are currently saying Szoboszlai is better. Now, that's not to say your opinion is rubbish or anything. I don't per se think your opinion is rubbish. I don't think even your opinion is anything wrong with it or anything. I'm just saying, first of all, I'm glad you said I'm happy we have both, because that's the energy we all need to keep as Liverpool fans. We do not need to create another Salah versus Mane toxic situation. Yeah, I'm happy we have both as well. Thank you for that part, because that part there shows me that Ryan is not having an agenda. He's actually he just thinks one is better than the other. Second of all, Ryan Gravenberg is very good, but we need to put some respect on Dominic Szoboszlai. With all due respect, Dominic Szoboszlai is one of the signings of the summer, and he's being recognized by rivals for being one of the signings of the summer. Forget me, forget Ryan, forget everyone in the chat. Rivals who support Manchester United are calling Dominic Szoboszlai one of the signings of the summer. I think Dominic Szoboszlai has the ceiling of 3 years from now being the best midfielder in the world. I think he has that ceiling. The reason why he has that ceiling is 3 reasons. Dominic Szoboszlai is complete, meaning he can do everything, offensively, defensively, whatever you need, he can do. Second of all, Dominic Szoboszlai has the clutch gene. He got the dog in him. Look at Hungary. Hungary were 2-0 down to Romania. Dominic Szoboszlai is like, okay, here's a goal, here's an assist. No problem. 2-2. He got the dog in him, meaning he has a moment in him. Number 3, I think Dominic Szoboszlai is also captain material. So when he speaks, others listen. Now, Ryan is asking, is he better than Jude? I don't think he's better than Jude right now. Now that no Real Madrid fan is watching, thank God. I don't think he's better than Jude Bellingham right now. But 3 years from now, he could be better than Jude. Could be. Could be. 100% he could be. Why not? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Nothing's impossible, my brother. Nothing's impossible. We cannot undersell ourselves. We might wake up and Szoboszlai is one of the best midfielders, if not the best midfielder in the world. And the pro of having Szoboszlai is maybe he doesn't dream like playing for Barcelona or Real Madrid like Luis Diaz's dad dreams for it. Maybe he just wants to be a Liverpool player. That's why he took number 8. Wants to be number 2, Stevie G, you know? Stevie G 2.0. Maybe that's what he wants to be. Now, the one thing is also, and Aaron mentioned it earlier on, like, this is why I don't want Szoboszlai to become the next Henderson, in which he's just running up, down, up, down, up, down. That's why we need a DM, man. That's why we need a DM. And by the way, I even agree with Selection's take now that he's explained that. We need a DM that can pass. I agree with you. But ultimately, foundationally, we need a DM that can tackle. We need a DM that's solid defensively, because we are killing our 2-8s, and at the same time, we're getting counterattack too much. That's why I think that's the biggest pro of that conversation. But I would like to publicly thank Ryan, Aaron, and Selection for the super chats. W's in the chat for Ryan, Aaron, and Selection. W's in the chat for every single one of you guys who has tuned into this video and watched us. I appreciate you all. I love you all. We have Al Ahwa coming up, inshallah, tomorrow. We're going to be a bit more consistent now, regularly, going 2 lives a day, etc. So we have so much content coming your way, which is exactly why you need to hit the like button, why you need to subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Inshallah, we have Hamza coming on Al Ahwa as well tomorrow. We've got the A-listers, we've got the team of the season video, we've got, inshallah, as well a preview for Liverpool Man City. The amount of content that we got, you won't be able to catch up with it. So please like, please subscribe. W's in the chat for the 3 brothers. We're one happy family, regardless who sends super chats. We're all a family, man. You guys are elite. Big up Aaron, Selection, and Ryan for the super chats. 79% say Szoboszlai is better than Gravenberg. So, yeah, to be fair, that's a fair majority right there. So, yeah, big up to you, chat. I love you all. And I want you to stay here because this stream is going to redirect you to Saad's channel. And guys, I feel bad for Saad because Saad isn't on 1K subscribers. And I want to get Saad to 1K. So stay on the stream. It will really direct you to the football corner. Go on the football corner right now. I agree with you, Mihaili. Big up to all the Hungarians watching. Go to the football corner. Spam the chat with Hussam TV and like and subscribe. Love you all. I will see you guys tomorrow, inshallah, as well at 9 p.m. Al Ahwa tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.